Hey everybody, welcome back to Easeldoesitstudio. So today we are going to do a tray. And I don't know if you saw my video back when I got these cow DTF stickers. Well, I've been wanting to do something else with them. So I've kind of gone through them and I've picked out a few. And we are going to do them today. So these are just the other images. So these are the ones that I've picked out. I also cut these out because I didn't know which ones would go better. So I don't know which ones I'm going to be using. So I've got 10 ounces of resin in my Resiners warming machine right here. So it's got a couple minutes left and then we will get it mixed. So I cut the stickers out so that I have like a base idea of where I want to place them, which could totally change once we demold this. So I'm just going to take these and set those aside for now. So the colors that I have picked are coffee, orange, and like a red brown. Because I'm thinking these three colors, if they merge, should make a pretty background, and all these colors will match whatever colors are in our stickers. I know there's not a ton of orange, but I think the orange will just break up the other colors. So I don't know. It might come out like crap, but that's what we're going to be doing. So let me get 3 cups. Let's get our mica powder in here. Let's move this aside so I don't have to clean it again. And these are the Bond Craftor resins. I mean, mica powders. It's a 24 pack. So we're just gonna, and I have a hair. Let me get that out of there before we move on. All right, so I think that will be good. And I can already see how this video is going to go. And then I'll put some orange. And this one here we have not used. So it will give us a good chance to see what this orange looks like. And that should be a good enough scoop. Oh my goodness gracious. Why will this cover not go back on? You guys just saw me take this off. There we go. My word. And we're going to do the coffee in here. So the reason I'm putting them in here is because I want to mix them with some alcohol to dissolve them before we put them in the resin. And that way we don't have to, oh my word. Oh my goodness. It's going to be one of them videos, guys. So you might not want to fast forward because, you know, anything is liable to happen. Just saying. Just saying. All right. Hopefully we still have enough orange in there. So, all right. I'm just shutting my thing off. I think it's ready. Let me grab my gloves. And we're going to get this mixed up. I just pulled out my hand mixer here. And I'm going to need to get, this is the cup I've just been like reusing, so we're just gonna use that. I'm gonna move. All right, so let me get a paper towel. Let's dry our cups off. And that way we're not getting any moisture in our resin. So I just put 5 ounces in each cup, put it in the warmer, and I'm just gonna move this off my table so that I don't make a mess with it. All right, so this is fairly warm, so we're gonna get these poured in our cup. We're gonna mix it up. And I just ran it through there like 15 minutes. All right. And I'm just going to turn this on. And we're going to mix this. So I'm hoping by doing it this way, because it's been really, really cold here, so we're in the negative numbers, that I won't have as many bubbles, you know, to run through the debubbler. So, I mean, I had another idea on doing the tray that was going to take a couple of steps. So we might end up doing another tray right off soon here. But we'll see. I'm trying to change it up so you guys don't get bored. And I should have used my bigger mixer for this, but this is what I grabbed, so I'm just going to go with it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to separate them in different cups when we add the mica powder. And I think we're just going to do like a dirty pour, I guess. So yeah, so if anybody wants the resin warmer, I do have a discount code in the description below. Just look for the discount codes with Resiners. All right, we've got just over a minute here to go. And then I'm going to be mixing it again because I'm going to divide it but I can already see that there's way less bubbles in here than there normally would be. All right, this is just about done. I'm just going to wipe my paddle off here. Okay. And I'm just going to take a spatula and I'm going to just stir that up. All right, so let's get some alcohol poured in there, in these. Wipe my stick off here. And that was way too much, but that's okay. It'll dissipate. All right. And I should have made, I'm going to pour less of the bronze because I don't want that to kind of take over. So let's just, see, we'll do 3.5. And it's going to leave us 4. So let's do 4.5, 3.5, and 2.5. Let me get a cup to pour this in. And we're going to do the bronze in this, just the 2-ounce one. All right, so we'll pour some in the bronze. I'm gonna just stir this, and then we're gonna pour it into our cup here. And that is pretty. It almost looks like a dark orange. And we're going to pour some in here. And I'm going to mix this. I mean, this is really, really thin. So now I'm thinking, okay, do I wait for it to thicken or do I use glue? I don't know. And that one's the 3-ounce. All right, we're gonna go with the 4.5 for the orange. So it's the most on the light color. And the other 2 will be the dark ones. I think I'm gonna run a little bit more orange in here. It's just looking a little opaque. So let's just put a little bit more. So I'm trying to go in one direction so that I'm not gonna introduce too many bubbles. And then we will do the brown. Yeah, so the heating it up like that definitely lowers the viscosity. Because, I mean, the resin's warm enough in my hands, like, normally you'd be, like, rushing, you know. But I know it's because I put it through the warming machine. But it's very thin. It feels like deep pour. You know how that has that really thin consistency. And I'm going to put a little bit more brown in here because it's a little on the opaque side. So we're just going to see, and I have a little, see that mica powder on the top? Normally, if you put it in the alcohol, you don't have that. So I'm just gonna, like this one, I know I don't have any. So I don't know. I don't know if we should add glue or not. Because if I add glue, I'm not gonna do the dirty pour, but because it's so thin, I think I'm going to. I maybe won't put like 1 drop per ounce. I'll do 1 drop in there just to thicken it a little bit. And I'll do 2 drops in this one and 1 in that one. All right, so we're gonna end up not doing a dirty pour, but we're just gonna pour. All right, so these are maybe 1 more in this one. Yeah, okay, we'll go with this. So let me move this over here. Bring this back. And get a clean paper towel here. All right. All right, and I'm just randomly putting these in. And we'll do some of the bronze. And then the orange. And then the brown. And then after we put our stickers on the front, I'm gonna put a layer of the like a tabletop. Over the stickers. Or maybe the 4-hour fast cure. I haven't decided yet which way I'm going to go. All right. And I think I'm going to do the rest of the brown, and then we might have some left over. All right. Oh, I guess we're going to have just enough, guys. I was like, I couldn't remember if it was 8 or 10. So I'm like, well, I'm going to go with the higher amount just to be safe. And I am so glad that I did. All right. Let me just wipe my sticks off here. And then I'm going to use my spatula, and we'll scrape out whatever we can. Now I'm hoping that they stay swirled like that they don't merge together. But either way, I think those stickers will still look good on there. So I'm hoping by doing, you know, running it through the warmer, that maybe we won't have to, you know, use the debubbler and wait and all that crap. So that's why I figured I would try it today. All right. Let me, because this is the Bond Craftor 1-to-1, and that resin debubbles really good. So I'm assuming running it through the warmer like that is just gonna help it. You know what I mean? So give me some ideas of what you guys would like to see. You know, go back through some of my older videos, and if there's something that, because I know my videos in the beginning weren't always in frame and, you know, all of that. So if you want me to redo one of those videos, put it in the comments. I will gladly do that for you. All right, and I'm just going to stick a little. So I guess I'm going to have to re-level my table because this is wanting to lean in one direction as well. But I'm loving those colors. They, on the screen, it looks yucky. In person, it's a beautiful, beautiful color. The only thing I forgot to do was tap my edges. So I'm hoping and praying I don't get any bubbles. All right, so we're just gonna leave that. We're gonna let it dry, and then I will be back when it's time to demold and put the stickers on here. Alrighty, guys, I'll be back in a minute. Okay, guys, so I ended up popping this in the curing machine once it was set up, and it's still a little warm, but we're gonna demold it because it's late and I want to get this coated and done so that I can get this video out to you guys. Plus, I'm dying to see. All right, and I did get micro bubbles on the side. And we got a ton of micro bubbles in there. So I should have ran it through the debubbler. I was trying to cut corners, you know. But I'm loving the colors, guys. I mean, in the camera, it's not even doing it anywhere near justice. Not even. It looks more green, but it's not. So we don't have any big bubbles around here. We do have a few micro bubbles, but you don't even really feel them on the side. I mean, some you do, but you know, it is what it is. It's still gonna be cute. So I have mixed up 3 ounces of resin, which now that I'm looking at it, it's probably way too much. An inch. An ounce probably would have done. But we're just going to continue on. I will find something else to make. All right, so I'm just going to place these. So it's going to be like a mama, daddy, and maybe a baby. Kind of like maybe that. And the white's going to be gone, so I'm just hoping now it's not too dark for the cows. Oh, you know, we can't always have projects come out perfect every time, right? Oh, I think that'll be fine. One bubble there, but we will get that in just a minute. And then we're just going to peel this clear film off. I love these DTF stickers. Look at that. All right, let me take my X-Acto knife. And then you can just squeeze that little bubble right out of there. All right. So that is kind of cute. And the colors didn't blend like I was hoping they wouldn't. All right. I want to just put that little guy so I kind of know where to put her. And you just want to make sure that you rub over, you know, all, oh, hang on. We've got 2 little, oh, that one broke. And that one broke. All right, well, we ain't going to use those. All right. So I ended up mixing the 3 ounces, and I just mixed the regular 1-to-1. And I did not put it in the heater because I left my resin in my room, and it was still a little cold, but we'll be able to get the bubbles out on this top layer, so I'm not too worried. We got one little butterfly in. And just peel it up slow so you, if anything is not stuck down, that you have time to put it down. Trust me, I've made that mistake too many times. All right. So, thinking that, or do I do something like that? Kind of at an angle. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with this one. And I did pull out my Marabou alcohol ink, the rainbow. I just figured we'd put a little bit of a sparkle in it. All right. And that should be enough. Let me throw my gloves on here. And I'm going to probably use the heat gun. To get rid of these micro bubbles. All right. And luckily this tray is fairly deep, so we're not gonna lose too much of the depth of the. All right, so that's 1.5. Get my heat gun. Get it plugged in. And you don't want to put this on a heat mat or anything once you get these stickers in. I'm just gonna all right. So I guess I'm glad I made the 3 because it is just wanting to pull away. So yeah. So we have just a little tiny bit. Let me actually, I don't have half an ounce. All right, let me grab alcoholic. We'll do a midnight blue. And we'll just pour this. Oh, I think we're gonna have just enough, guys. pokey thing. All right, I'm probably gonna steal a little bit from my tray because I literally like only need a smidgen. Only because I know I have plenty in here now. And that is all we needed, was just that two little drips. That's all she needed. Now I've never done one with the you know, the alcohol drop, so I don't know. I'm curious to see how this is gonna come out. All right, let me get my covers on. I'm just trying to make sure it's, you know, somewhat domed. It does not need much. Okay. I think and this probably is going to stay in my mold, which is fine. And that way we have blue in the head, purple, and then the purple and the pink in the body. I don't know. All right, I'm gonna run the heat gun over it once on low. And then we're just gonna let it cure. All right. Oh. I had one little spot where I had dripped some, putting it in the I was gonna say pine needle. Peacock. Wow, I think it's time for me to go to bed, guys. All right, let me just slide this and get that clean. All right. And then we will be back in the morning and we'll demold this and we'll have the final result of that. All righty, guys. I'll see you in a bit. Okay, guys, so this is all done and it's really, really cute. And I do have a little bit of trimming to do. And then what I'll do is I'll just put some little rubber feet on it. So I've got to re-level my table today, that's for sure. There we go. And we got some little... There we go. All right, let's see how this came out. Oh, that came out kind of cute. I don't like how that color turned out, but that is really cute. So, that concludes this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. And hopefully we can find some more things to use our little stickers in. And my Temu order is in the US now, so hopefully I'll get that. I got 3 new molds coming from there, so I can't wait to get those. Alrighty, guys, I will see you on the next one. Bye, guys.